What's going on? What's going on?
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here this evening. We have a very special show this evening. It is Men on Wine. So they are going to be talking about wine and relationships and everything else in between. So, gentlemen, take it away. Introduce yourselves.
Okay, so here we are. So another edition of Shoe Crazy Wine virtual tasting, and tonight, we're actually going to be doing Men on Wine. Okay, so we're going to be pairing. We have a Cabernet, a Shoe Crazy Wine Cabernet. We have a Shoe Crazy Wine Sweet Bella. We have a Knob Creek Bourbon, who our guy Brack is going to talk to us about, and then we have a Sauvignon Blanc as well. We have a Chateau Sauvignon Blanc. So I'm gonna just go around the table, starting with Edwin. Let you introduce yourself, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Hi everybody, my name is Edwin Gommers. I'm the CFO and COO of Shoe Crazy Wine. Been with the company for quite a while, and excited tonight to bring to everybody the show about men's take on wine and women.
That's right. I'm Ron Hurt. I am the director of sales with Shoe Crazy Wine. My mother forced me to do this, so that's why I'm here. She pulled my arm once or twice, but no, we're here. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna eat some good food, and we're gonna taste some great wine.
Well, guys, what's going on? I'm Arrington Gavin, and I am the CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. So happy to be here. I'm a huge fan of Shoe Crazy Wine. I love wine, and then to add it off, we got some bourbon too. So let's see how the night ends. Pretty much.
Yeah. We might be a little drunk by the end of the night, especially with the bourbon.
I won't gonna say anything, but
we'll see.
And I am George Braxton. I am a certified bourbon steward. I have been doing bourbon tastings and promoting America's native spirit for several years now. I'm a late addition, and I'd said, hey, if it's guys, we got to throw some brown in the game.
That's right.
And so,
that's right.
I will be talking about, drinking wine because I love wine, talking about bourbon, and also making a cocktail later on that brings the best of both worlds together, bourbon and wine.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go ahead and start. I think what we'll do is we'll start with the bourbon. Maybe if you want to talk about that, maybe go into a little bit more detail about that, Brack.
Sure. What we have here, and where's my point here? Right here? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we have here is Knob Creek. It is a product from the Beam Suntory Distillery. The Jim Beam Distillery has been around for a long time. It makes a lot of great bourbon. We've all know that no whiskey, no Jim Beam. But you also need to know that they make Knob Creek. They make Basil Hayden. They also do Booker's bourbon, which is one of their higher end products. But the Knob Creek is really what I think the first step into the higher end bourbons. It's like the Lexus, and not quite a Lamborghini, but it's a Lexus.
Right.
But when you get into this particular version, this is a Knob Creek single barrel, and this one comes in at 120 proof versus the standard 100 proof for Knob Creek. It's still a 9-year-old, and the barrels are selected.
So basically, we're gonna be drunk by the time we get done.
I mean, you hit it 100.
100.
I don't believe. I don't believe there's such a thing as I don't believe
we're gonna be a little buzzed.
You may be under the influence of the spirit a little more than standard. But it's super flavorful. 9 years in a barrel, and I just think it's great, and it's a great cocktail bourbon if you like a bourbon forward cocktail and something where you want to get the flavor of the whiskey itself. And so that's why I suggested this one. And we can pass it around. You can put a little rocks in it. It can stand up to that. It can stand up to some water, and you can still get a lot of the flavor. And my feeling is always buy the whiskey at the highest proof, and then you proof it down to the way you like it. If you want it at 110, you want it at 100, you want it at 90. You can start it at 100 proof and bring it down with your own water rather than paying the distiller for water, which is what you're doing when you buy a lower.
So, Brack, taking this back to wine, right? They say wine, you swirl, you get some oxygen in it, you open it up. How does water and oxygen open up bourbon?
Well, and as far as tasting, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, this is a terrible glass to taste with. There are whiskey glasses that probably fit more like those snifters, where you have a round, where you can actually get it around, break up the esters, get it out there, get the nose on it, get your nose in it. But what happens with water, many of these bourbons, the congeners, the fat that's in them, if you can get some water in it, it breaks up some of that fat that's in there, and it really allows the nose and the flavors to come out. One big thing right now in bourbon is non-chill filtering. Some bourbons like to chill filter because they feel like it's cleaner. They take the temperature down and they pull out a lot of that fat that comes through the distilling process. Some are filtering without the chill, which allows for that to be in it, and it creates more flavor. And so when you do that with the higher proof bourbons, I'll use this bourbon's big brother, which would be Booker's bourbon. I mean, Booker's with a drop of water tastes like a completely different bourbon. I've done blind tastings, facilitated blind tastings with Booker's, where I'll pour one, and then the next one will not be a different whiskey, but it'll be Booker's with some water in it. And people will say, oh, well, this one's much better than that one, but this is Booker's with water. And so it can do a lot to bring out what's in the whiskey.
Right. Okay. Good. So you know what? Should we start with the bourbon?
That's fine.
In the bourbon pairing?
I'm sorry, guys. I already started. While he
you already started, right?
I can't hide that. We had a little warm up, right? So
there you go.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the bourbon. I guess with the bourbon, what's going to be the best thing? So here's what we have in terms of dishes. We have baked mac and cheese. We have some really good barbecue wings. We have some sliders, and then we have some finger foods here. So out of what we have here, Brack, since you're the bourbon expert, what do you think we should start with?
I always think there's a restaurant called Bourbon Steak, and it's a great combination of bourbon and beef sort of.
Yeah,
let's start here with the. So I think I would say
sliders.
Okay.
Let's start with that. Yeah.
So before we start digging in, a little comment to our viewers: we will be doing a little giveaway later in the show, so please stay tuned. Because if you miss it, if you lose, you snooze. It's the other way around, right? You snooze, you lose.
You lose. Yeah.
Jeez.
And what kind of?
That's the bourbon talking.
That's the bourbon talking. That's the 120
proof. The bourbon already. Let me get a little bit of this. So who knows what is this here? Because they just threw this on us.
It's a slider with
caramelized onions.
Yes, caramelized onion steak slider.
That's really, oh my God, it's good. Seconds, please. Seconds.
It is good.
That's really good. I feel bad that I was going to go to cookout when I left here.
No
can't
need
even
to
do that now.
No need to.
You can't even do that now.
So we have Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
What's going on, Nikki?
What's going
How you doing?
How are you? Nikki's here.
Nikki's saying hi from the Hampton Roads Chesapeake
From
Beach area.
Yes.
From Tidewater.
Shout
that's
out
good.
to
So
Chesapeake.
I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna come right out of the gate.
Okay.
So, romantic evening with your lady. What wine are we drinking? I'm gonna go around the room. Romantic evening. What wine do you pick? What varietal?
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
Put you on the spot.
Well,
You can put me on the spot. I think if you wanted to go somewhere, you probably go something with high alcohol. You can at least try, right?
Romantic evening.
that doesn't sound romantic. That's like you're trying to get a drunk. Yeah, good gracious. Man, that's hard. Because see, my fiance now, we have two different like wine preferences. I love more of the drier. She loves more of the sweeter wine. So I mean, I try to, happy wife, happy life. So I always say, hey, look, let's grab any sweet.
That's right.
That's fine. But later during the night, I might have some bourbon. So I'm like, but definitely any sweet, dry. I might grab a Sweet Bella from Shoe Crazy Wine. Would you look at here? I happen to have some right here too.
Look at that.
There we go.
There
we go. You see right there. So I might grab some Shoe Crazy, Sweet Bella, and like I said, I love the dry wine. So she has her preference. I have mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can never be just one bottle. So I don't know.
Romantic evening is definitely never one bottle.
Exactly. I'm like,
what you got, Brack?
With me?
What you choosing?
Whichever she wanted.
That
That's
is
the best answer
no,
so far.
that is funny that you mentioned that, right? Because I got
That's the best answer
a
so far.
story about that. Because once I tried to have a romantic evening and I tried to bring a wine that I thought I could impress her with. It was like a really nice, very reputable Italian wine, full body. And if you would ever see an ugly face going in a million different directions because she felt like she was sucking on a tree trunk, I'm like, so know your woman and know what she likes. That's definitely helpful.
basically never come with surprises.
Never.
I lied. That's
Never
what I learned
come
from
with
that one.
surprises.
Never come with surprises.
No,
Right.
not at
Come
all.
with what she likes.
For the most part, something fruit forward.
Yeah.
Definitely
Absolutely.
fruit
Yeah,
forward.
me personally, I'm probably going more red. Evening, romantic evening. I'm a real cab. I'm a big fan of our cab. I love the Shoe Crazy Wine cab. It's my favorite out of all the red wines that we carry. But that would be my choice.
And it's funny you ask that because even if I speak with a lot of my buddies and even they say, okay, what wine would you bring? We always say red. It's like I don't know why like white's never like really even the topic.
That's
like,
so
no,
true.
It's,
That's
it's
so
weird.
true.
Like, it's
Yeah, that's so
red.
true.
I'm like,
guys, we normally gravitate more to the red wines. But I'm a fan too of the white. Like we have this Chateau Sauvignon Blanc here, so that's actually really, really good. As you can see, half the bottle's gone already. So we've already been dabbling we've already dabbled into that a little bit.
But when I think of wine, first thing I think is red. When someone says something is wine colored,
Right.
really I think of purple. I think wine is really purple, not red. That's a fraternity thing I won't get into.
Right.
But yeah, it's the first thing I think of is red. But you're absolutely right.
We gravitate
the
towards
wine.
red.
Sometimes I sleep on whites, and then there are just certain meals or whatever where a white, a crisp white just goes.
It goes perfect with the meal.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny because our brand itself, Shoe Crazy Wine, right? It's got a high heel with a young lady on it, right, holding a glass of wine. We do have a really good following of men that purchase our wine too, from Walmart, Food Lion, Total Wine, everywhere that we're at. So our wine is not just, we don't not just that box of just women and catering to that demographic.
Man.
Absolutely.
I'm
just saying that's good. That's a good one right there.
It is.
I just want to say you guys,
It is.
Vicky is on and she says hello.
I know. We do. I know.
Brian says hi.
What's going on, Brian?
Brian's here.
Brian
Okay. All right.
I see Sammy as well.
Who else is on there? Sammy. Okay.
Yes.
What are the
I'll
comments?
just give a shout out to Brian, right? Because he's also one of our loyal customers here in the Richmond area. So Brian, what wine would you take home for a romantic evening? Because you're one of our loyal customers. So feel free to drop a line and we'll pick it up when we see it.
Yeah. Let us know. Okay, so we got our slider out of the way. All right, got our bourbon. We're gonna put that to the side for a second. Put that on the shelf for a second. I think we should go ahead and go to the white and go to the Sauvignon Blanc next.
Get a little sip and I'll just pass it along.
And I think the best pairing with that is gonna be the baked mac and cheese.
Okay.
So we're just going to.
That's the bourbon too,
What's that?
and the cap on it.
Yeah, I thought you. I don't know why you put the cap on there. There you go. But that's gonna be the best pairing in my opinion. Has bacon in it?
You hear that?
Okay.
Did someone say bacon?
Yeah.
Did someone say bacon?
There's always room for bacon.
How did what?
And Brian answered your question. He said Shoe Crazy Wine, Sweet Bella.
Brian said Shoe Crazy Wine Sweet Bella. Yeah, that's right. It's popular. It's popular. It's a reason it's one of our best sellers.
Oh.
You have a question?
Is there? Oh, there, right.
I'm just gonna have a little bit.
What is your best?
We'll see.
What's the question?
This,
Okay, that's a
What is
sneaker.
your best?
This makes me think of.
What is your best meal ever?
That is a person.
Best meal ever.
I think while the guys are still
Wow.
enjoying
Right,
their
we're gonna be
macaroni
best friends.
and
I love
mac and cheese,
oysters. Oh my
I
God.
think for me,
Best meal.
here in Richmond, I think most people that know me know, I had probably some of the best beef brisket here at ZZQ in Richmond. Their brisket is absolutely to die for.
It was good.
Best meal ever.
That's good.
Arrington?
Nah.
Best meal ever?
Yeah.
Man, that's hard.
That's
man.
a tough one.
That's really hard.
Don't say like KFC and nothing like that. I don't.
well, next pass it down. I'll mess with you.
Next.
Man, I mean, I'm a huge steak guy. But you know what? It's a restaurant. What I go to in Chesapeake. Off the Hook is a seafood spot. Tuna steaks. I have them like medium well, even medium. Amazing. That's probably like one of my go-to best meals. That's a hard question.
Where is it at?
This is in Chesapeake, Off the Hook.
Off the Hook
in Chesapeake seafood
Gotcha.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
Bracken and I were just literally whispering over here about raw oysters.
I mean,
like literally it's just
as soon as I smell this, all I can do, I wanted to turn my plate into just a series of just raw. It's just
that's a really hard question because I can eat anything really. I do not discriminate in any food. So I mean, that's a hard one right there.
Not a tough question for me.
Not a tough question.
No, and it's actually somewhat melancholy. I am a big Morton's fan. I used to have to travel for a living.
You talking about Morton's downtown? Yeah, I never had
the former Morton's downtown.
Yeah.
Well, I used to travel for a living, and even when I was not eating red meat, I would eat at Morton's because I like the consistency.
Right.
And what you're going to get every time you go there. And, and I really enjoy the Morton's here in Richmond. I mean, I want enough to have a picture on the wall. And it was a great place. So my favorite meal, I would get pretty much the same thing all the time, which was Cajun ribeye steak, a steak that had been marinated in a Cajun treatment for pretty much several hours, and then you get either a crab cake or the shrimp Alexander on the side. Open up with a Caesar salad, and have that with some spinach and and onion rings. I'm an onion ring guy.
So you get the same thing every time you go.
Pretty much every single time.
That's what it is.
And absolutely, and it's gone.
We are creatures of habit.
We are creatures of habit. Man, are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
We get something we like. We that's what we do every time.
So a couple of comments about the Chateau Gourmand. It's a French wine from Bordeaux. It's very food forward. It's very acidic. The acidity helps with breaking down the fattiness in the bacon and the cheese in the mac and cheese. So it complements each other very well. It needs to be a little bit more chilled than it is right now, but we had it open for a while. I think somebody had a head start on the romantic evening here. But definitely good complement, especially in terms of high acidity, helping to break down with the fat.
Yeah, it's not heavy. It's not heavy either. It's very light. It's very it's refreshing.
I have a question for like the wine percent majority.
Yeah,
I'm still learning, more with the wine.
Absolutely.
Does wine go better when it's chilled? Or, because I see people will put ice in their wine. I'm like, ooh, you
that's
do that.
No, yeah, that's a no. Yeah,
but as far as
like
chill, keep it in, refrigerator.
The only, red wine, like for example, the Cab, this is room temperature, right? So most of your red wines, we also have a red blend, Shoe Crazy Wine red blend. That's probably my second favorite red that we have. Those you want to keep at room temperature. Anything generally white, you want to make sure it's chilled, but ice. No.
Okay.
Don't want to put ice in it, because it's gonna water it down really quick.
What I will say about white wines is, especially if you have our Sweet Harmony, if you have it chilled, and I think Bracken talked about that as well. The more chilled it is, the more condensed the bouquet is, so the less flavors you pick up, and the more it gets towards room temperature, the more the bouquet opens up, so you'll smell more, you taste more. I still like it chilled, because I just generally like my whites chilled, but it's definitely a different experience when you open up, when it warms up a little bit and you open up the bouquet a little bit.
Gotcha.
Just a taste tip for the people at home that are probably having a glass of wine right now.
At home, but I don't remember that one.
So I have a question for you, gentlemen. Who is your favorite celebrity crush?
Yeah, that was Lisa. I think that was Lisa Linkhus, I believe.
She did the food.
Oh, okay.
The food. Yes, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jesus, for Lisa. Thank you for Lisa.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's start with you, Edwin.
Have to start again.
Yeah, sorry. Put you on the spot here.
Let me just say, this goes back years ago, but I will say I had a little crush on Tara Reid.
Very okay.
Tara Reid. Okay.
Tara Reid. The actress?
Yeah, the actress.
Yeah.
We won't go back all the way to the Baywatch days, but yeah, that's at least something.
Baywatch. Man. Edwin, come on. You're showing our age now.
I know. I never. Baywatch? What was that? No.
Baywatch. Come on. All right. What is Aaron? Who you got? Celebrity crush.
Okay. Yeah, it's a toss up really between two. I gotta say the second one, but it's a combination of Jennifer Lopez and Rihanna. Those are my.
Okay.
J-Lo is in her 50s, but I'm sorry, she's beautiful. The very first movie I saw her was Selena, and since then it was over.
Right.
She's my go-to crush ever since.
You can tell the difference in generations because it's like she's in her 50s, but as someone who's 55, it's just like, I could date somebody in their 60s, but, but it's but yeah, and actually J-Lo used to be one of my.
She's gorgeous.
I go all the way back to when she was one of the fly girls on Living Color.
Living Color.
Yeah. Your parents may have seen that show. They was
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
There's a tone. He said parents.
Yeah. But right now, and crush is a wide word, not just
that is.
I am. I get to look at a picture of Michelle Obama every day. Because we have a big piece of art that's and the bottom line is just the whole everything that she is, everything that she is from her education to being a mother and her strength and the way she presents and it's just
get us arrested.
Yeah. But just everything that she is, and then there's the part that doesn't get said in the ear. But Michelle Obama.
Shout out to Michelle Obama. Shout out to
Michelle. Michelle, if you're watching,
please,
call you out.
Michelle,
hopefully Michelle.
All you do, Michelle, is comment, and we'll send you a bottle of wine.
Oh, you heard it. We got it on film.
All right, so
Who's
moving
yours?
on. Who's mine? Yeah. Celebrity crush? It's an easy one.
You're not getting off the hook.
It's an easy one for me. Sanaa Lathan is my celebrity crush.
She would be in my top five.
Yep.
Sanaa is definitely my top five.
It's not even close for me.
Now, okay. Let me ask you this.
We got to extend this conversation.
The Aliens movie, Sanaa, the movie with Wesley Snipes, Sanaa, or like the Best Man, Sanaa? Which one? Because Sanaa comes in a whole bunch of different.
Best Man. Sanaa had some competition.
She
had some competition on Best Man.
Oh, what was the movie she was in?
Wesley Snipes?
Love and Basketball. She did Love and Basketball.
Or the Love and Basketball. Yeah, the Love and Basketball.
No, I'd probably have to say the Best
Alien
Man
or the Best Man.
I'd probably say the Best Man.
Yeah,
see, that's hard.
That's not
that is hard.
Though. I mean, it was
hard.
But she had that vulnerability in the Best Man. That's what
she did.
That's the best Sanaa.
She did.
But
I'm sorry, Nia.
The Love and Basketball one was good, but yeah, I agree with you. The best,
absolutely.
The quirky.
I mean, really, anything she plays, and she's beautiful.
So, Ron, what do you want to segue into next?
So, next thing I want to go to. So, we're done with the white. We're done with the bourbon and Knob Creek. Phenomenal. We're not too buzzed just yet, so we're good.
Speak for you.
So, so I think we should go with our cab next. Okay. So the cab to me, this is my favorite out of all the reds that Shoot Crazy Wine carries. So let's go to the cab. And I think with the cab, we do the wings, the barbecue wings. Right, go with another protein.
Stretch out these short arms of mine.
So actually, what I'm gonna do is,
all right, Brad, I'm gonna start with you, old boss.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna mix. Oh man, I'm gonna go. Can I get two?
So before we get
the math adds up.
Exactly.
Before we get all too buzzed, and I'm gonna kick this all the way down the table to Bragg, because I'm sure he has done a lot more tasting on the liquor side than I do. We've heard some liquor brands here that give Bragg kind of a headache that he doesn't really want to talk about.
Oh.
So what has been y'all's like worst hangover story drinking too much of a liquor you shouldn't have?
Come on, Edwin. Like this is not the platform for that, Edwin.
Yeah,
but fine, that's fine. That's what we got. That's what we got.
My parents are watching,
but I'm the moderator, kind of.
Oh,
so I'm not gonna answer it.
Brad, you can start that one off, Brad. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Well, I'll start that one. I bartended myself through college and law school. And so I started bartending in college, and this was the 80s. I worked a few places, and during that time, shooters were big, and all those, where you Long Island iced teas, anything that you would mix several liquors and it would be sweet, and people would get quick buzzes, and so you had a lot of that going on. One of the things I learned was a lot of these products that commercial places use have high fructose corn syrup as part of their mixers, and you take the high fructose corn syrup, you take the dehydration that comes with drinking a lot of different alcohols or alcohol, not hydrating yourself, and it pretty much leads to some of the worst hangovers that you could possibly have. I learned that early enough, and I started.
So when was it? When was this?
Oh, this was like the 80s, 90s. Still, when you go to a bar, if you order a margarita, whiskey sour, or something like that, if you don't specifically say certain things, you're typically going to get mixers with high fructose corn syrup. So one of the things I always tell people is limit yourself to one cocktail, and then drink the rest of your liquor. And then drink your but drink your rest of your liquor neat, or drink it very simple. If you are going to have a vodka cocktail of some sort, the other thing that you should drink is maybe a vodka tonic or something that's simpler, because you won't bring those other things in. So that's just one of my things of why certain hangovers are worse than others. So that being said, let's go back to before I realized all these things, and and I just had one of those nights when we were making what we call brackeries back at school.
What is that?
Brackeries?
It's like instead of a daiquiri, instead of a daiquiri using rum, we were using Everclear.
My God,
grain
And
alcohol.
you're still alive to tell the story.
Yeah.
That's good.
I thought that was banned off shelf.
Well, but you gotta understand.
Yeah, you can put it in your car.
I'm
I
old.
think.
This is So we had,
my God.
we went through a few blenders of those brackeries, and I was making them, of course, because I was a bartender, and we were doing that, and we went through a couple of those pints of Everclear, and it was just very sweet, and it's all this ice, and you think it's refreshing, and you think you're hydrating, and all this stuff. None of that is happening. You're using this HFC mix, the dailies. I don't want to call dailies out, but the dailies are mixing. You're mixing it with the ice, and it's so refreshing. It's so good. We're having such a good time. Meanwhile, everything is going wrong. Right. So I was the next day. I was a hurt little puppy the next day, but that was when I began to realize. But you can't mix though.
You're right. You can't mix all the different, because you're right. All the corn syrup and the sugars and some of these.
You got to hydrate. You absolutely have to hydrate.
Drink water with each glass is what I've always been told. Even though I don't ever do that, but
don't give a drunk person a cup of coffee, because they'll just be a wide awake drunk.
Oh, right.
Just give them, hydrate them.
Right, or Red Bull. Yeah, wide awake. So what's yours?
I don't know, guys. I'm such an angel. I really don't know. It's hard to find.
You got the halo.
No,
he's got the halo over his head.
Hey, right over here. I would say it was 2 days prior to graduating from college, right? And all my buddies and I went to school in a small town. I'm not going to mention the school where we were at, because it's out drinking free campus, but we were in a small rural town, and it wasn't really, we were on a college budget, so we were getting like the MDs, we were getting what else? Well, Mad Dogs. If y'all don't know what MDs is, Mad Dogs.
They're old enough knows.
Yeah. We there wasn't, you didn't know your knowledge too much. It was like, okay, we're gonna get some whiskey, we're gonna get some vodka as well. We're gonna get all
a little bit of everything.
Oh my goodness, and that's what we did. We had a little bit of everything, and like I said, this was 2 days prior to graduation. I was still feeling something on graduation day. That was 2 days. I was like, never again. That's why you will not see me drinking any vodka. Because again, that's what we all, we had Fireball that was popular at that time.
Right.
Smirnoff, Amsterdam, again, we were on a budget. So that was probably the worst. Now, like I said, I have many, but I won't mention too much what I can remember.
I have so many I can't even remember them.
Exactly.
So I would. Did you tell your story yet?
Well, to comment on Brack's story, right? That's why I try to stay away from mixers as much as I can, because it's too tempting to go to parties and you start with a Bacardi Coke and it starts off really black in the beginning, and by the time you're a couple hours in, those Bacardi Cokes get like really brownish.
Yeah.
And then you kind of know where you are.
Yep.
So I decided the worst story that I had was kind of a breakup story, and I was breaking up with. Well, it was not that bad, right? Because I was breaking up with. It was New Year's Eve, so I was breaking up with old year going into the new year.
Wow, that's even worse.
And
Oh man, I mean, geez.
no, but my cousin.
That sounds like a horrible New Year.
I know. It was horrible the next day, but my cousin doesn't drink beer, so we decided, okay, we're just gonna like ring out old year in the new year, and we're just gonna drink whiskey. And we started off with this big bottle with like the black label. We started drinking,
Yeah.
and he tapped out, and then we got the little Irish whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey.
And
a whole whiskey night.
Yeah, whiskey night on a breakup. Not a good idea.
I'm like,
not a
I
good
don't
idea.
remember too much, but I had a pounding headache for at
He
least
said,
like
sounds
2
good to
days.
you. What do you say, bro? Sounds like an average night. What are you talking about?
That's everyday night, right?
Everyday night.
I'll tip my
Thursday
hat
night
to that.
football. Yeah.
So Edwin, go ahead and let's talk about the cab.
Yeah, so the cab is our one of our red wines together with our Melange red. It's a soft palate red. It's low in tannins,
This
so
is
you
my favorite.
don't
This is my
taste the
favorite.
bold
This is my
oaky flavors. It also, because of its lower tannins, it's easier to drink and you don't get as much
It's
of a
really
headache.
good.
Some
Right.
people are really receptive or sensible to tannins. So it's a really soft palate, easy drinking red blend, and it pairs well with most of the dish. Whether it's a white meat or a red meat, you can basically pair with anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's any protein the cab is going to pair with. This
Yeah,
is
That's,
really
that's
good.
one of my favorites.
this is one of the ones we're really trying to get pushed into a lot of the big boxes that we're in now, because I just know once we get it into some of these big boxes, our cab, it's gonna outperform our red blend for sure. It's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I would drink every night.
Yeah, because again,
Absolutely.
didn't we say that earlier? We tend to
Mhm.
gravitate towards red wine. That's what guys do.
Steak, Italian food, pizza, anything. That's
Pizza,
that's
steak.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But Morton's, I never got a chance to go to
Morton's.
Morton's. I never got a chance to go to Morton's.
Well, there's plenty of Morton's in other parts of the.
I thought they closed down all of them.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
Morton's
they closed down all of
is the company that owns it. Landry's is one of the biggest restaurant companies in there.
So what makes a difference for you between Morton's and the other steakhouse? I think that's one on
Well,
Huguenot. I forgot the
that
name, but-
particular steak, that Cajun ribeye. I like a lot of flavors, which is probably why I'm a bourbon guy. So I like a bunch of flavors going on, and the other thing, they're great. They're great places. Buckhead's is great. Hondo's is great.
I think the one on the Huguenot is like Ruth Chris or something.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I go there.
Ruth Chris is good, but
Ruth
it's-
Chris is good, but it's
I'm not a huge
you got
fan.
your commercialized.
Yeah, it's still
Can I say
semi-cookie
that's not
cutter.
a shot.
Let me tell you what the thing that I love about Morton's. One thing, again, you got to think of someone who's a travel weary and a whole bit. They had the same business model as McDonald's. Basically, it's that everyone you go into, you're guaranteed to know the menu. You're guaranteed to get something at a certain level. You're guaranteed
branding.
They owned all of the food. Like we have deals. All the food's coming from the same place.
Right.
All of our steaks are going to be Allen Brothers steaks. All of our vegetables that everyone around the country is coming from one particular farm.
Okay.
Every single thing, just like McDonald's. And they even when you walk in, the menu was written up on the board, just like McDonald's, except going in and saying, I want a quarter pounder with cheese. You go in and say, I want a Cajun ribeye, and it's $75. So it was just that consistency from place to place to place, and the quality from place to place. Buckhead's is fantastic. I've never had a bad meal at Buckhead's. I've never had a bad meal at Hondo's, but I've had great meals at Morton's Richmond, Morton's Charlotte, Morton's Chicago, Morton's in San Diego.
I gotta check out this.
It's just, and a lot of people, that's what they don't like about it. But that, for me, that was what I did.
Yeah, the one that they have here, I think, is in the Fan. No, not the Fan. The bottom.
It was the Shaco Bottom. Yeah, it's
Shaco
closed.
Bottom,
Yeah, it's at the Turning Basin.
They closed that
Yeah,
They
yeah,
closed
it's
that one.
closed. Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
closed that
That's why I'm in mourning, you know,
Right.
for Morton's. But I mean, that's Buckheads. Fleming's can be okay, you know.
I do. I like
I
them.
thought the rumor was they were considering reopening in Short Pump.
I would love that. I you know,
See, I need to visit
anything.
804 more. I'm a 757 guy.
Any,
We don't have
you know, I
more
would.
you a
I would
Tidewater
give
guy.
anything
I'm a
for it.
Tidewater guy. I've
Yeah.
never Morton, man. I gotta put that on mine.
Okay.
This
All right.
is-
So
this
we've got. So
is-
what do
this
we
is
got
really
left? Just
good.
the Bella,
We got
right?
the Bella and the Brute
And the Brute.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
and the cocktail that Brack's going to make.
Oh yeah, we got to finish with the cocktails. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we should go to the Brute next. You think,
Alright, we
or
can
the
just-
or the Bella?
That's fine.
Yeah. You want to? I'm sorry about that. You want
Just,
to pop
You-
that
you-
bottle
you,
there, Brad?
You'll help me how to finish that bottle. So y'all saw that, right? I was this close.
Yeah, we popping bottles in here.
Oh,
Anybody
my
got a sword? I'm gonna do it that way. Okay. Okay. Well, first let me get.
Any sports fan here? I was about to say.
Oh, yeah.
Of course we are.
Okay. Well,
Well, we don't really
what
want
team
to talk
was-
about sports because Ron's team is not doing so well, and my team's not doing so well either. So
Okay.
we need to drink.
What, Misery Last Company? Is that what
I
it is?
started off Colts.
Colts.
Colts. Oh, we got a
49ers.
game this weekend.
Okay. You said 49?
49ers.
Oh, yeah, last night. Same.
Big Blue.
Big Blue. Oh. Blue. Oh, John.
He hadn't seen a win in. You haven't seen a win in. What year is this?
I don't know.
20
I think I wasn't legally allowed to
We're
drink
just
when they
gonna do
won
them in these
last.
classes.
Mm.
Just same classes.
Yeah.
All right, we're guys. We can do that.
No, we're guys. We do.
We're not bad.
We're not picky.
Bring
You
out,
brag with your
bring out
team?
the goggles. Bring out the goggles.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
a
we
favorite
can-
team?
And I'm glad
That's
you have
good.
this
Yeah, that's
because
I'm just,
you know this is in celebration. This is only the second champagne I've had since my Dodgers.
Yeah, and this is one of our
my
newest
Dodgers
varietals.
just won the World Series
my gosh,
after
congratulations.
32 years. I see my man with the
Congratulations,
hat right
Magic.
there.
Let's cheers to the Dodgers.
To the
Cheers to
Dodgers.
the
Dodgers.
And I see another
There you go,
Dodgers
there you go.
fan
There you
or
go.
semi-Dodgers fan over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
to your Lakers, huh?
It's just a hat. It's just like the hat.
It's just a hat. It was a sale. I'm sorry.
It goes with my outfit.
So that's perfect.
But the sparkling brute is one of our newer varietals.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
really good.
really
That's really
like
good.
it's really really good. I mean,
That's
it's
creamy.
it's not too dry,
Mm-mm.
right? You know how some champagnes are just
Mm-mm.
it's hard to stomach,
You know.
so to speak. This is not that.
This was actually the same one.
Yeah.
They had it in a it was a brute. I want to say it was a shoe crazy, but we did have a brute.
Right.
About 3 years ago at our launch party, we had it in a goodie bag, right? So after the launch, now first of all, I'm nervous because I'm launching my my new business to friends and family and people that we invited. And
Right.
After I could not eat anything. I was just nervous. Once everybody was gone, I made sure we had like 3 of those. But I was down in those things. I'm like, oh, this
Right.
is actually really good. I mean,
Right.
is this
It is
champagne?
really-
What it is? It
Right.
It's got a creaminess to it. It's just
And you know what? I have a
Wonderful.
question for the panel here. Does anyone know, Edwin? You don't answer this. But does anyone know why we can no longer call? Because this is not basic, but this is a champagne,
right.
right? But I don't know if you notice in stores when you purchase things, everything is sparkling wine, brute sparkling wine, right? Does anyone know why you can't use the term champagne anymore?
I do.
Go ahead.
Because champagne.
I'm
can
just going to
only-
grab it because I want to have another sip because it's so good.
Yeah.
The champagne can only come from be made from grapes from the Champagne region of France.
Exactly.
I was gonna say that, but
They
he
changed that
answered
law
too
thing in
fast.
2011, I think.
Right.
It was 2011, I think they changed
I
that.
was gonna say exactly
that
what
I would have to look it up. It might be a little bit
Yeah.
longer than that.
Yeah. But for our viewers out there, you that's why you're not going to see the term champagne on champagne in stores when you go
Hi,
purchase
George.
it, because it's you just can't put that, you can't use that terminology unless it's from the region of Champagne in France.
It's just like cognac.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cognac, and it can be brandy, but
Right.
if the grapes are not from the cognac region of France,
Absolutely.
you can't call it cognac. You can call it. You can call it
So
brandy.
long story short, brandy and cognac is the exact same.
It's made exactly the same.
It's made.
same
It's
way.
exactly the same. A lot of
Isn't,
people don't
isn't
know
there
that.
like a distinction like in bourbon too that you can't call the Kentucky bourbon or Tennessee bourbon or whatever?
That's what I was just about to go. That's what I was just about to ask. I'm like, whiskey, bourbon.
That's what a lot of people. That's what some people think, but the reality is, our government considers any spirit made in America with 51% corn that follows all the other rules of the certain proof upon distillation and barreling and
really
all
good.
those.
Yeah.
Whether it's made in Virginia, whether it's made in Colorado, whether it's made in New York City,
Right.
whether it's made in downtown DC or any other place, it is bourbon. So
Bourbon.
when you hear people in Tennessee say, "Oh, no, I don't drink bourbon. I drink Tennessee whiskey," but as far as the government's concerned, Tennessee whiskey is bourbon. But Tennessee whiskey is different in
Right.
that it has a different step, which is known as the Lincoln County process, where it is filtered over maple charcoals, and which is created by Uncle Nearest. We were talking about Uncle Nearest, a process that was created by Uncle Nearest, Nearest Green. Many years ago.
I heard that.
I
heard that story.
I'm a huge fan.
I did hear that story.
It's an amazing story and a great.
It is.
It's
It's an inspiring story. I mean,
good story.
I will say this. I'm looking at you guys and a producer right now. I know the ladies are pretty homebound. They love this location. But if any distillers are watching, we will take the show on the road and we will come do it at your distillery, provided you give us a taste of the
Don't be
liquors.
putting us on the hook.
Real
Stop
simple.
that.
Hey, I'll travel. We'll
Real
zoom
simple.
you in from here, but
Zoom
I'll
in.
travel.
You're right.
Calling you out,
Count me in
ACF
on
Bowman.
that one. There we go.
Right.
I'm calling you out Reservoir. I'm calling you out Virginia Distillery. I'm calling all you guys out. We will take it on the road.
Reservoir. Yeah, we know him.
Yeah.
We know that guy.
Yeah, he's
That's,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's a good
great.
guy. Good guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
This would be a good time to segue
yes,
into
everybody, we have a giveaway. So I will have some products from the Rugged Evolution Beer Kit. Can you see that right there, guys?
that. I think you want to.
Oh,
Right here?
sorry.
Oh, there,
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
So we have one of our popular Woodlands Beard Balm. It is a cucumber and oak. We also have our beard oil and our exfoliating full body cleansing bar. It also is unisex, ladies, in Woodlands as well.
It's
But
a
in
man
bergamot-
box.
Yes, and look at that right there from Rugged Evolution Beard Care. If you want to check that out, go to ruggedevo.com. You can follow us on social media. Rugged
Great
Evo
Christmas.
as well.
This makes great Christmas
Absolutely,
presents.
absolutely.
You
And
know,
if you smell that cigar box, you still kind
Yeah,
of
the
Absolutely.
cedars.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yep. So that would be.
so
the
we're gonna
giveaway
do this
today.
at the end.
Yep.
And I
there's
know
some
we
good
have a
stuff in
big local following in the Virginia Beach area.
Yep.
Our guy here is from the local area, so please support a local entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's talk about how
Okay.
they how
Tell
we
them where
doing.
they can find you.
They can find me, please, at Rugged Evo on Instagram, ruggedevo.com, or is our RUGGEDEVO.com, as well as Twitter, Facebook. Rugged Evolution Beard Care will be our Facebook. Guys, we have 16 amazing scented beard balms, beard oils, as well as 2 beard conditioning shampoos, loads of accessories. It's I don't know if we have time to mention it, but we are located in 6 locally owned stores in the Hampton Roads area. As like I said, our website, Amazon, as well as Walmart.com, and Etsy. We are black. Hey, you can't miss it, guys. You can't miss it. So if you need something for some good beer care products,
let's show it
to help
again.
your beer care needs. Let me grab that one more time.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it.
There we go.
Right. I can get the giveaway.
Yes.
They can get it. By answering the perfect question, guys. For the people that are tuning in, they can answer it. I don't know any question. Okay, I got to make up the question. Let's see. Okay,
so we're gonna have a question, and whoever answers it
yes,
gets
yes.
it. Okay.
Basically, whoever answers that question with the right. We haven't had too much to drink. No, whoever answers the question right, it was a bourbon.
Yeah.
Whoever answers the question right will get this amazing set Woodlands Beer Care from Rugged Evolution Beer Care products. So,
All right.
Well, then what's the question?
okay,
Yeah.
the question is,
No, I think we have the question. We have the question in the back. We don't have the question just yet, but we will have it at the right near the
Okay.
end. We'll have the question.
awesome.
So stay tuned. Don't miss the question. You miss the giveaway if you miss the question.
You got to be here to get the giveaway, but you
Got to
got
be here.
to be
Gotta
here
be
to
tuned in.
answer the question.
I may have to try some. Good as COVID beard. I may have to.
Hey, I mean, I got.
You said the COVID.
See, we can help
beard?
each. We can
Yeah,
help
do
each
it.
other. We can help each other.
Yeah,
bro.
do it.
So I'm just thinking, right? Like, how much of a beard can you grow
I
before
cannot.
Christmas?
I cannot.
So I can give you one.
I'm not. I don't even want to sit next to him because
Yeah.
I can't even So you know how long it took me to grow this?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
About 15 years.
I'm sorry, that stuff is so good. I'm gonna get a little bit more.
This
It is
this
really
was
good.
really quick. I was telling Edwin before the show, man. I haven't had a smooth face since my
It's a
senior year in high
smooth,
school.
yeah. It's a really
Yeah.
smooth brew,
I haven't
aka
had
champagne.
I haven't had a beard in several years. It's just like
The
You know, I'm
beards are
just
in,
sitting at
man.
home. I was
COVID
like,
brought the
let's do
beard.
it. Let's
Sadly, beards are in.
it's,
Coral
it's,
beard.
it's funny you say that though, because it happens to be No Shave November too. So
Yeah, that's
you know,
it. That's
why,
it. So,
why shave it when you gotta continue to grow that, man?
Yeah, a
Continue to
little
grow
salt and
That's
pepper
right.
right now. But
That's
you,
right.
you catch me in 2 weeks, I'm gonna look like I'm auditioning for Black
But,
Santa. You know.
You want to move on to the next wine?
Yeah, so let's move on. Even though
Because we still got the wine and the cocktail to do, and
Yeah.
let's do the
Yeah.
Yeah, you want let's do the cocktail next.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah, let's do the cocktail next, and then we'll finish
Okay.
off with the Shoe Crazy Sweet Bella.
Okay. I said I was gonna stand for this, but I may be able to do it. Is it okay?
You've been drinking. You might want to sit.
Okay.
you're not going to like throw it over your shoulder, catch it behind your back.
I'm always drinking. But you know, it's research. It's research. For what I do.
Research
Research,
purposes.
good answer. Good
Yeah,
answer. Good
research
answer.
purposes. Yeah.
What we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a drink called a New York Sour. It's a variation of the whiskey sour that incorporates wine. Now, I make a variation of this, and I miss it this year, that I serve at homecoming when I go back to college, and because it has 2 tiers and it has colors, and the colors come out because of the wine purple, and the rest of it's gold. So that's a fraternity thing, and so it's a special drink there. But this is the New York Sour. It's done a little differently. So first, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use our tin here to mix everything. We're gonna go with lemon,
All right,
and we're
so we
gonna
got
use lemon juice. Okay. And you can use other types.
So now, how many you making now?
lemon
Because we
juices.
got.
I'm gonna make as many as I can make with this
there you
lemon.
go. All right.
As
And we
many as I can get with
we
this
have the
lemon.
panel out here.
My man's
too,
like,
that
I'm
might
not
want-
sharing.
that
I'm not
might
sharing. I
want-
want my full drink.
We have a whole panel. No, none of y'all can see, but we have a whole panel. It's like
yeah.
it's like 20 people, like right here to the left of me, like, right now.
And I got one lemon.
They
so-
are socially distanced.
They are 6 feet.
but they
6
are
feet.
green
Yeah.
with
Yeah, we're-
envy.
Yeah, they're socially distanced except for us. We're not socially
All right.
distanced. So.
It's a nice granite table. For the lemon, I'm using 1 full lemon, and my goal is to make, I guess, my goal is to make 2 drinks. So I'm using 1 full lemon, but the
2?
lemon juice,
Whoa.
yeah, it's gonna be 4.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's
But
gonna
we're
be.
gonna break it
It's
up
gonna
into-
end up
okay,
being
I got
4.
you.
We're gonna.
All
Right.
right.
So
So-
we got another.
Then we go with the lemon juice. 5 drinks. Okay. Well, then we will.
But what about the panel?
Look,
The
first of all,
panel
the producer.
was-
one.
Look, the producer asking for a drink. What is going on?
What about the panel? You gotta.
I should.
I hate to put you on the spot. Get another lemon.
I should have bought more lemon. I thought I was making like 1 drink just to show off or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But this has become what it is, which is good. Okay, then we're going
Whoa, what we
to
got here? Whoa.
well before we do the eggs.
Yeah.
What we have here is simple syrup. Since I'm really doing 2 here, we're gonna
Can the
do
viewers see? Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna do-
Okay.
Yeah.
a couple of ounces of simple syrup. This is my own simple syrup that I make myself. Get it?
That is really like, I don't know what the word is, but sweetness covers up a lot of high ABV, and it makes it really tempting. So you'll drink it like lemonade, and you'll be like drunk in
And
no time.
that's why, and I make a drink off this called a Louisville lemonade that's based in
I heard
very
that.
similar as well. That's why you have 1 cocktail. That's why you have 1 cocktail.
Right.
The rest, because the rest of the time you should know you're drinking. If you
Right.
keep drinking cocktails, oh, this is refreshing, this is sweet, and then the next day this is horrible, this is terrible. So that's why you need to
I was
keep that in
joking.
So-
they took it serious.
All right, yeah, Brad, I found another lemon.
That's it.
Oh, we got another lemon.
The
We can do
panel,
more.
the panel. We got a whole panel.
We can do
The
more.
panel brought us some more.
Oh yeah.
We always prepared. They always
Well,
prepared, man.
We all know that this is kind of self-serving because the panel wants a drink of their own.
Yeah, the panel not helping us at all.
I'm not.
I know.
Not really.
Yeah, this we go.
9 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, this is we go.
We were expecting them to cheer
Yeah,
and chant
my
our
my carpal tunnel is going to be used all the way up trying to get juice out of this little lemon. Now, this lemon is nice and juicy. It's nice and it's nice and juicy.
I will say this, Brack, you're lucky
Yeah.
you're not making a Cosmo, because if you would be doing it the wrong way, Gwen would come sprinting out from the back and show you how a proper Cosmo is made.
Oh,
I've seen it firsthand, I can tell you.
man, I haven't done one. So, do you in your Cosmo? Do you prefer Cointreau or Grand Marnier? Cointreau. Then she should be able to come out because that's the right way to have it. That's the right liqueur to use in a Cosmo. Cointreau
Look at
over
your
Grand
text,
Marnier.
please.
All right. So, okay, we got a little more going here. Well, good. I did bring 2 eggs, so we can go from there. So, we got our lemon in. I'm going to have to put a little more of the simple syrup. I'm going to put another
I want to
ounce
get
of
to
the
this
simple
egg.
syrup. Now, the egg is to add some thickness to it. And we're not going to do the whole egg. What we're going to do is the egg white. And that is just to make sure it's nice and thick so that the wine drizzle.
Wasn't that from
doesn't
Rocky?
go
When
from
Rocky,
That's what I'm thinking.
Wasn't that Rocky when
Mickey
Rocky
was like,
no, that was Rocky.
Oh,
He
that
put-
was Rocky.
He
That
put like
was-
5,
yeah.
6 eggs, raw eggs.
I'm pretty sure he still do that. Have you seen like Sylvester Stallone's like 80,
Yeah.
like still
Yeah,
Rocky
no,
shape?
I know.
Please stop making more Rocky.
He's
man.
like
please,
huge.
please.
Oh no, it's gonna keep going forever.
I saw
There
him
we
with
go.
Schwarzenegger at 70 in the hospital. That didn't look good. I can tell you that.
Exactly.
All right. So we got our lemon, we got our simple syrup, we got our egg in it. And so what we're going to do is get a little bit of ice, chill it. And now we shake. Okay, let's see. What are we using for glasses, guys?
I can add my
one.
glass.
Well, this is one somebody can use.
You know what, let me-
You're not using the bourbon?
I've been drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say we just have an egg.
We're
and
doing 3.
simple syrup and
1. Okay. So
we,
that's
he was
enough
about to
for
give
one
us
drink.
egg, simple syrup, and lemon.
You trying to get ready
I was
for
doing
one?
eggnog.
You know what's that's
We
like
just-
Okay.
Right, we just
Pre-workout
messing with
drink.
you, man.
And I was shaking. I was looking over at the bottle like,
It's
That was-
okay.
that
I
got
was
you.
like, you know what? Just pass that one right
They
here.
got you
All
said something.
there we
Edwin.
go.
We've been like, what is this?
No, I was looking over at the bottle. I know. No, I would have thought before that. Okay, now let me.
I know you weren't. I'm kidding. I'm
I
just messing
need
with you.
something
I'm messing with you.
to.
See, they've been messing with
I hate
Yeah, this-
to use glass to get ice, but
that's
I
all right.
said-
We're
I said-
guys,
I said-
man.
yeah, I said
We're-
this one. That's
We're
fine.
guys. We don't
Yeah.
listen. It's all good.
yeah, it's just
It's all good,
Just
man.
old bartender
Yeah.
rule. You
We
never
not-
get.
yeah. We don't got our noses up in
Remember,
the air.
kids, you never
like the
use a
shoe
glass.
crazy wine women. We
Oh,
don't got
sorry.
those. Yeah.
You never
Yeah,
use
probably
a
have to pour it
glass
anyway.
to get ice because the glass could break in the ice and it could cost you all your ice. You know, when you're actually bartending. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. So, okay,
What
here we go.
All right. We
right.
got bourbon in there.
With the bourbon in it this time.
Come on, man.
That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
You about to
Okay,
give us-
here we
you
go.
about to have us messed up.
There we go. There we go.
And now, here is yours.
Do we still have to put like wine and stuff on top of it, or
Yes,
can
sir.
we just like?
Oh,
Yes,
we
sir.
do have to put wine on top.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's what I'm
So
gonna
don't,
do.
Like, he
don't
was
drink
like
it yet.
trying
Don't
to
drink it
down
yet.
it.
Don't drink it yet.
No, I'm not
I
drinking.
need
I'm
the
not drinking.
cab.
Okay.
You want the cab? Okay.
Okay, and what you do?
Well, our moderator is going to prepare the toast, so he can
And
start
you
thinking about
use
it.
the back of a bar spoon to just put a little dribble.
That's how you do it.
over
That's
top of
neat.
it. Just a
I like
little
that.
Back of the bar spoon. I'm trying not to have it go all the way down, but it's gonna seep a little bit.
Man, okay, that's a lot
Okay.
of.
Hold that glass up.
Yeah.
Hold that glass up.
Okay, trying to make sure.
Hold it up. You can.
Okay. Back of the bar spoon.
Our audience
Okay.
is green with envy.
All right. And so
Yes,
what you have
yes, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty.
with
Look
the
at that
two
right
colors, and that's the New York sour.
there. New York sour.
Toast, toast,
my
toast.
My favorite city. My favorite city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yes.
toast to Shoe Crazy Wine and supporting
Toast.
local.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Support local. Local means all U.S. Okay, that's support the country, support the United States of America. Shoe Crazy Wine,
Yes. Oh man. that's
because
good.
we
Cheers.
are going to
That
be
is so good.
nationwide here soon enough.
That is
So
damn good.
support local.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
do we
man.
want to segue into the giveaways? The questions?
We had 3 minutes. Okay, so here's the question. Okay,
Okay.
for everybody watching.
Can I open
Okay, for everybody watching, we need you to answer this correctly, and then you get the free giveaway. Okay.
Okay, you hold one up. I'll hold mine.
Um,
The T-shirt or the box first?
no, I'm talking about the box.
Okay, we got to be
Right. So you'll get a free T-shirt and you'll get the box if
Yep.
you answer this
different
correctly.
questions. Different
No,
questions.
no. We only have that much time.
Okay.
It's one question for both. Okay. So no, they already have. So we're gonna let y'all see it again.
think it'd be better.
Okay, this
Rugged
is Arrington's
Evolution
product.
Rugged Evolution Beer Care.
Rugged Evolution. So here is the question for all of our viewers right now. What year did Shoe Crazy Wine start? What year?
Sir, is that also is called? Is that Sweetie New York Sour is called?
So what year did what year did Shoe Crazy Wine begin consummation of business?
The name of it, New York Sour.
The New York Sour.
Got another one like these? With the
So
Dirty Bell
let's see,
recipe?
let's see who answers.
Really good. Wow. Wow.
That's with the sweeter wine.
Oh, and let's not forget to give a shout out to the person that provided the food today.
Absolutely. It was
Lisa Linkus.
Lisa Link.
Lisa Linkus.
shout out to
Edibles by Lisa.
Thank you.
It was the
Thank
best.
you.
We'll say cheers to you.
Oh, actually.
All right, so we're waiting to see. Has anyone answered yet? What year did Shoe Crazy Wine begin business? What year did my mother
Shoot.
Gwen Hurt start Shoe Crazy Wine?
I just read the article. Oh, I guess I can't get the.
So if
I
you're
can't-
loyal,
I can't
if
get the prize.
if you're loyal customers, you should know this.
You got one person that answered that offered the question.
I see.
Tracy Riley.
That is not the correct answer.
2012.
Oh.
Bang. Wrong, but it's close. But bang, it's wrong. But it's close. We will give you that. It's close. We only got what, 2 minutes, a minute and a half.
Shoot, right about this. This is a sneaker right here.
Oh yeah, as I said,
This is a sneaker.
So
one of these.
while we're waiting for the answers to come in with the holiday season coming up, any recommendations in terms of gifts, drinks? I would honestly
Shoe
recommend
Crazy Wine. That's
Crazy Wine, that's awesome.
That's the gift. Yes.
Shoe Crazy Wine.
Go to your local Walmart, Food Lion, Total Wine.
Yeah.
Get Shoe Crazy Wine.
A vertical. Get all four of them.
Absolutely.
We got-
Or you go
We
get.
got another answer. We
We got
got.
two answers that came in at the same time.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard.
Letitia Nelson said one answer, and also Sammy T. They came in at the same time.
2013.
Okay. I'm sure we can work something out.
Yes,
That is correct.
that is correct. So Letitia Nelson answered it correctly. So Letitia Nelson.
And Sammy T. They both came in. At the same
Oh, they both
At the
came
same
in.
time. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
at
a
the
nail
same
biter. That's a nail
time.
biter.
time. They literally did.
We got to recount.
We got to
We
recount.
got to recount. We got to recount. Oh my Lord, we got to recount.
What a
How
coincidence.
about
with
this?
the
We
week
can
has
do
been,
two.
you know?
Can we
Do
just
something
do two?
between the two of them.
T-shirts. They can get the T-shirts.
Yeah, the T-shirts and yes. So we'll give the
came in first. She gets the
yes.
beer.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yes.
How they can find each one of you.
Yeah,
real fast.
Okay. I am on Facebook, and let's see, trying to show my Bourbon Excursions on Facebook, facebook.com/Bourbon Excursions. We are not just, okay, I'm getting a wrap up sign. Bourbon Excursions on Facebook.
Instagram, Rugged Evo. Our website, ruggedevo.com.
You can find me. Just follow Shoe Crazy Wine. That's how you
Follow
me.
Shoe Crazy Wine and follow the yellow vans on the road with the Shoe Crazy Wine stickers on it.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Cheers.
I'm not taking this home.
We're
I'm not taking this.